Have you ever wondered how you can experience more happiness and more joy in your life? During this message that I received during meditation, I discovered how in 30 minutes and 30 days you can experience more happiness and more joy in your life. Keep watching. During this meditation, I understood the essence of the Creator. The Creator is like this bubbly, it's an energy actually, but it's so giggly, happy, like Santa Claus, like all the puppies, happy puppies, kittens that you can imagine playing, happy kids, all these loving things that you could ever imagine. Just this very happy, extremely bursting with joy and happiness in essence. It's just full of joy and full of love and just happiness, pure happiness and love. That's what it feels like to be God in essence. So what he wanted to do, it's not a he, but it wanted to experience more happiness and more joy than what he already experiencing. Like in essence, he experienced like to the extreme happiness, googly, that you could ever think, imagine. And he wanted to experience even more happiness than that. And to experience more happiness and joy, he decided to experience that through everything in creation. So he became everything that there is in creation to experience more happiness and more joy. So for example, when you look at a baby, when you have a brand new baby and you look at that face of that baby, you experience so much love for that brand new baby that you just had and so much joy. There, you, as the Creator, are experiencing more happiness and more joy. When you see a cat playing around being silly, what can be more happiness and more joy than watching that cat playing around? There you are experiencing more happiness and more joy again. So the purpose of life is to experience more happiness and more joy. So besides that, he also became the darkness and what is another part of it that has no love. And through that, there is so much to understand, so much compassion to learn. There's understanding of what love is, the lack of love is. When you experience that, when you experience that misery or not having love, you can appreciate it. So in essence, there is a purpose for everything. There's a purpose for misery. So when it comes down to depression is something that before you were even created, on the other side, you made a contract that you would experience misery or a brain with anxiety and depression, and you made that contract that you will experience that, because in experiencing that, you are doing that for the whole. Imagine like the brain, right? The brain in your head, the whole brain has different side. It has neurons, it has your cells, it has wiring, that connects. The brain keeps the whole body alive, but the brain as a whole, that's what God is. God is this giant brain, and everything in there, those neurons, which is us, is all brain. At the end of the day, it's all brain, it's all part of the brain. So when you decide that you want to experience depression in this side, you are helping the rest of the brain understand what it's like to have depression, Appreciate that. Appreciate, have compassion. You start having compassion for all the people that have that feel depressed, because you know exactly how it feels. You know exactly how it feels, that it feels miserable, and you have compassion for somebody else. So when you have compassion, what is that? You're still experiencing love. Compassion is a form of love. You feel love for that person that is going through that misery because you know yourself what misery feels like. However, here is the cure for depression and anxiety. Like the television, it's called, when you see a program on TV, it's called program for a purpose. Your scientists a long time ago discovered that the human brain could be programmed. So they call what they show you on TV a program, to program your brain into buying different things that is being shown on the TV. Here's the key. You decided before you came here to this life that you wanted to experience that type of misery, right? So your brain is like a tuning fork. It's tuned to misery. So all you have to do is reprogram it. Again, you reprogram it and you tune it into happiness and joy. So the universe wants to experience happiness and joy. You were a brave soul and you decided for the rest of us that you wanted to experience those things. However, at any point and at any time, you have a choice now. You can continue experiencing that throughout the rest of your life, or you can stop it right now. You have a choice to choose happiness and joy. So like I said, like a TV channel that is programming you to make you buy their things, you yourself consciously can reprogram your brain. You can reprogram your brain in 30 minutes and 30 days. For 30 minutes and for 30 days, you will say these words like a mantra: more happiness, more joy. And you will keep repeating that with your eyes closed, no less than 30 minutes and 30 days. More happiness, more joy, more happiness, more joy. Thoughts will come in, negative thoughts will come in, more happiness, more joy. I'm not good enough, more happiness, more joy. I'm not doing this right, more happiness, more joy. I'm thinking, more happiness, more joy. Before you know it, you're not going to hear those negative thoughts in your brain. You will hear silence, more happiness, more joy. In 30 days, when you finish, you will look at a flower and you will feel nothing but joy. Looking at that flower, you can experience joy, just marveling it, looking at it, at the color, examining it, just feeling joy for it. And then you see a puppy or a cat playing around, being silly like they do, and you will feel so much happiness. Before you know it, you'll be feeling more happiness, more joy, and more happiness and more joy will come your way, and more things of happiness and more joy. And that's all you will experience. But you have to reprogram your brain first. So at the end of the day, it's the choice. You have a choice to continue with misery, depression, anxiety, and all that comes with that misery of your contract. Or you can sit for 30 minutes, 30 days, repeating the words, more happiness, more joy, reprogramming your brain consciously, working on your brain. More happiness, more joy. The choice is yours.
Don't forget to come back because I have so many more messages received during meditation that I would love to share. Bye-bye.